Do you ever think about how to make a mark that lasts in this busy world? Does she value you as much as you value her? Are you one of many choices for her love? To win a woman's love and make her remember you, you need more than just love and care. You need patience and a strong philosophy. If you're looking for a unique and effective strategy, ancient Stoicism might be it. Stoicism isn't just an old idea, it's also a useful tool that can help you find new ways to make and keep a relationship happy. Let's take a closer look. Here are 11 interesting ways to impress any woman that are based on being tough. Build a stronger bond on your shared path to happiness before we start. Make an impact that lasts. That would be great. Thanks. Please click the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. Read all the way through. Each point is significant and could teach you something new. First things first. Guys often feel the need to text, call, and otherwise contact women they're interested in all the time. But here's an idea that might change things for you. Don't contact her. Being less open can make you look much better. Stick to the conservative idea of self-sufficiency in your daily life. It's not about playing games or getting high just for fun. Stoicism teaches people to be happy with their own lives instead of always wanting other people's approval or care, like a love interest. Not only are you showing that you have a full and interesting life when you cut down on the number of texts and calls you send and receive, you may also make her curious and even a little jealous. She may start to wonder what he's up to. Is he busy with something interesting? Is he seeing someone else? These questions can make her think about you more and in more interesting ways. For example, if you used to text her every morning to wish her a good day, and now you share short videos of your fun activities or accomplishments, she'll notice the difference and think of you as someone who is busy and happy and not just waiting for her texts. If you do things this way, you'll be able to respect each other's personal lives while still being interested in each other. It shows that you're a serious person who doesn't need constant reassurance or contact to keep interest. This independence can make you very attractive. It makes you seem like someone worth pursuing instead of someone who is always available. By being less immediately available, you embody the Stoic ideal of self-reliance and emotional independence, which makes her see you in a new, more interesting way. You shouldn't stop talking to her, but when you do, make sure it's meaningful and shows that you have a full and active life. This balance is what will make her miss you and value the times you do connect even more. Number 2. Take her up on her challenge. It's normal for women to test the waters to see if you're interested. They might pull back a bit or play hard to get your attention. Isn't just a game. It's her way of seeing how serious you are about her. Are you interested or just looking for something to do? Instead of focusing on making her your girlfriend live a moral life, let's look at this. It might seem like a strange idea, but it works. Some Stoics say that self-control and independence are very attractive. For example, if you always agree with her or try to impress her, you might come off as too eager or desperate, which isn't the point. Instead, show that you're your own person by saying that it's okay to have a different opinion or stick to your beliefs. It's not about being stubborn, it's about being sure of yourself and showing that you're not just another person. When you like someone who is unique, you naturally find them more interesting. This shows her that you're interested in her, but not too much. St. Thomas Aquinas said that we don't get what we want, but what we are. This means that if you show independence and confidence, you'll probably meet someone who values those things in a partner. It's likely that your date will become more interested in you if you don't give up. She may start to think more about you and what you're doing, and she may even miss having you around. Remember that the goal is to make her feel both respected and interested in you, so she can't help but think about you. Number 3. Show off your life in the world of attraction. Live a life that others want to be part of. This is a concept deeply rooted in Stoicism, which teaches the importance of focusing on your own growth and pursuits by living a rich and engaging life and sharing snippets of it. Especially when you're not around the person you're interested in, you naturally create an allure. If she checks your social media and all she finds are echoes of inactivity, it might give the impression that you're not up to much. However, if your posts reflect the vibrancy of your life, be it through photos from a scenic hike, a fun evening with friends, or moments from a hobby you're passionate about, you're not just filling your feed, you're telling a story of a life well lived. Imagine posting a picture of you reaching the summit of a challenging trail or sharing moments from a spontaneous road trip. These snapshots don't need to scream for attention, but should simply reflect your joy and engagement with the world around you. This isn't about bragging or making her feel excluded. Rather, it's about giving her a window into your world, where she can see you thriving and enjoying yourself. This approach subtly communicates that you're someone who embraces life, someone who finds happiness in your own activities and passions. Saying, "I'm here living my best life," naturally makes her feel awe, and maybe a little FOMO, or fear of missing out. She may start to wonder what's so interesting about his life and why I'm not a part of it. This is a basic Stoic principle that you can use. Focus on improving yourself, and let everything else follow the richness of your life. Makes her wonder what it would be like to share those experiences with you. It's a subtle but effective way to get her attention and make her miss having you in her life, making her feel like she's missing out on something great by not being with you. Don't pay attention to her cues in the dance of modern dating. People often use social media to play sly attention games. For example, if you stop messaging her as much, she might start posting interesting photos or dropping hints about you online while she waits for you to respond. This is a classic CL move meant to get you back into constant engagement, according to Stoic philosophy. Let these tries go by without responding. Stoicism shows us how important it is to keep our cool and not let outside events affect us. Instead, we should use common sense and not react to these social situations. Press baits. It takes a lot of courage to not like or comment on something when someone posts a beautiful picture from a recent trip or a status update that seems to make a subtle reference to a joke you both share. If you don't like or comment, you add a sense of mystery and confidence. She's probably waiting for your likes or comments, and if you don't, she might be confused and interested. Your lack of response shows her that you're not just another predictable person suitor. You have your own life and aren't just waiting for her to tell you what to do. This isn't meant to be cold. It's meant to show that direct appeals don't easily get your attention. It shows that you are grounded and aren't desperately watching what she does on social media. Being different from other people by not playing the standard games can make you look more interesting and appealing. You can show that you are interested and pay attention through real connections, not just surface-level interactions. By showing this restraint, you follow the Stoic idea that we shouldn't let things outside our power bother us. Instead, we should focus on staying calm and respectful. Inside this method can make a big difference in how she sees you, which could make her more interested in you. 5. Share your information with others, because you want to have a deeper, more genuine conversation with you. Giving her something new to learn is a great way to leave a lasting impression and make her miss you. This is in line with Stoic ideas, which value wisdom and sharing knowledge highly. By teaching her something new, you're not only showing that you're smart, but also that you care about making her life better, which are all very attractive traits. If she's interested in your hobby or something you're really interested in, that is a chance to teach her something related to it. For example, if you love gardening, you could show her how to plant her first herb garden. If you love the night sky, you could stargaze with her and talk about the constellations. It's not just about teaching, it's also about the relationship and the experiences. This way of talking to people shows a lot of good qualities, like being smart, patient, and able to connect with them on a deeper level. It also shows that you're not just interested in talking. You can add worth and depth to her life by teaching her something new. The times you spend together will also stand out in her mind. People often remember and miss the times they learned something important or had an experience that changed them. Forever, by connecting you with those times, you become more than just a friend, and she looks forward to spending time with you and learning from you. This practice also makes your relationships better by focusing on growth and understanding instead of short exchanges. By piquing her interest and making learning a part of your interactions, you become someone she sees as interesting and necessary. This thoughtful approach can make her love you more and make your presence something she cherishes and misses. If you've made it this far and are still with us, please leave a comment below to share your thoughts or just type your answer. Really, please let us know if you like the videos. Your comments are very helpful and keep us inspired to make more. It's tempting to respond with a lot of excitement when she calls you after a period of silence, which could give the impression that you've been eagerly awaiting her message. Instead, the Stoic way would be to keep your response measured and calm, showing that while you're happy to hear from her, you're not too dependent on her attention. For example, when she texts you after a while, a simple, "Hey, how's it going?" is a great way to strike the right balance. It's friendly and inviting without being pushy, and it shows that you've been busy with your own life, but are still open to connecting. It's important to show that you value the interaction, but that your daily life and happiness are not dependent on her. Communications. This measured coolness isn't about playing games, it's about showing that you're sure of yourself and don't care what other people think. Stoicism teaches that things outside of ourselves, like receiving a message or lack thereof, shouldn't mess with our inner peace and happiness. By reacting in a calm and unconcerned way, you show that you have these traits, which makes you more attractive and interesting. This shows her that even though you're interested in her, you have your own rich and fulfilling life. This can be very attractive because it means you are strong and able to enjoy life on your own. These are often qualities that make someone more desirable, because they imply a deeper side of character that promises more than just surface-level engagement. Keeping your cool and responding with simplicity also shows that you see her as an equal participant in this communication dance, and not just someone to be chased or won over. This respectful stance, which comes from Stoic philosophy, often encourages a deeper and longer-lasting interest that keeps her coming back for more of your balanced, thoughtful presence. It may be tempting to tell her everything about your day whenever she shows interest at the start of a relationship or interaction. But if you want to be more stoic, think about the virtues of moderation and restraint. When she asks about your day or life, it's best to hold back just a bit, telling her enough to keep the conversation interesting without giving her too much information. This isn't about playing games or being hard to find. It's about maintaining a healthy balance in space between you. For example, if she inquires about how your weekend was, instead of detailing every moment, you might say it was great, got to recharge and catch up on some reading. This response is open enough to invite further the questions from her, should she wish to delve deeper, but also indicates that your life is full and balanced, without needing to divulge every detail. This approach demonstrates respect for both her interest and your own privacy, showing that you value the quality of interactions over the quantity of information shared. It's a subtle nod to the Stoic belief that inner tranquility comes from how we manage our responses and interactions, not from external validation or oversharing. Moreover, by not being an open book, you naturally create an aura of mystery and depth. People are drawn to what they don't fully understand or know, as it invites exploration and curiosity. By sparingly sharing details, you signal that you are confident in your own life's value and do not need constant external affirmation to feel validated. Being thoughtful and able to take care of yourself can make you more attractive and interesting. This strategy also shows that you don't see her as someone you have to answer to, but as someone you want to spend time with. By keeping this balance, you're more likely to keep her interested in getting to know you better, which will lead to a deeper and longer-lasting connection. 8th, work on making things a little more interesting. Stoicism may make you think of being cool and steady, but it also teaches you how to use your mind to improve your relationships and your life in general. One good way to get closer to someone is to add thoughtful gifts to your conversations from time to time. This method isn't just meant to get her excited, it's also meant to show that you care about what she wants and interests her. Think about the power of actions you wouldn't expect if she's mentioned a fondness for art. Surprise her with tickets to a new exhibition at a local gallery. If she loves the outdoors, plan an impromptu day trip to a nearby nature reserve that she hasn't visited yet. These surprises need not be grand. Their value lies in the thoughtfulness behind them and the joy of spontaneity. These moments create a dynamic where she looks forward to your company with anticipation, wondering what delightful surprise might be just around the corner. This keeps the relationship fresh and exciting. Imagine her reaction to finding out you've arranged a visit to a place she's always talked about. Exploring the surprise shows that you listen, that you value her happiness enough to bring it into reality. Unexpectedly, such actions embody a Stoic concept in the present day. While we cannot control all aspects of life, we can control how we contribute to the happiness of those we care about. By planning these surprises, you are actively creating moments of joy and showing that you're invested in enriching the relationship. This not only makes the time you spend together special, but it also makes you someone she misses and thinks about when you're not there. These surprises also reinforce the idea that you are a source of good chaos in her life. This isn't meant to throw them off, but to add more depth to how you show your love. There are 9 surprises that can make her look forward to what the future holds with you. Each one can be a memorable part of your shared story. Add a bit of mystery to your partnerships, as a good story builds up, slowly keeping the audience interested. So can the story of who you are. This fits well with Stoic teachings which encourage both self-control and a thoughtful revelation of one's character and virtues over time. Instead of laying all your cards on the table right away, let her discover layers of your personality, talents, and passions bit by bit. For example, you could hint at a painting, talent, or a past adventure, but save the details for later conversations by slowly giving out bits and pieces of information about yourself. Each contact is full of new things that could be learned, which makes you more interesting and makes your time together more anticipated. This way of slow people naturally want to learn and find out new things. When you share just enough to get her interested, but not so much that there's nothing left to find out, you create an ongoing intrigue. It's like leaving breadcrumbs that lead her through a forest. With each step, her excitement and interest in the day grow. Journey grow. Keeping some things from each other can also help build a respectful distance that many people find beautiful. Self-care and not bothering others with our presence or personal details are important parts of Stoicism. By hiding some things from her, you show that you have depth that isn't immediately apparent. This can make her want to learn more about you, creating an engagement that isn't easily replicated. For example, on a date, you could casually mention that you're interested in starry sky. Thoughtful, slow sharing shows that you are not only interesting, but also thoughtful in how you share yourself with others. This kind of smart restraint turns every interaction with you into a chance to peel back another layer of the onion, so to speak. Every time she learns something new about you, it improves her picture of you and fills the times you're apart with a sweet anticipation for what else she can learn. This is how you can weave your presence into her thoughts, making her miss you more every time you leave and eagerly anticipate what surprises you might reveal next. Try to find a balance between telling her about your own experiences and being genuinely interested in hers. This isn't just to avoid taking over the conversation, it's to make sure that both of you feel heard and valued. For example, if you just told her about your recent hiking trip, ask her about her own outdoor adventures or interests. Saint Ignatius of Alexandria taught people to be humble and to listen. This fairway shows that you care about her as a person and not just as someone who reads your stories. If you listen well, she will know that you care about and respect her, which is a key part of the Stoic ideal of focusing on both the outside and the inside. This will make the time she spends with you more enjoyable and memorable. The more selfless you are, the more attractive you seem. people are naturally drawn to those who make them feel valued and respected. When she thinks back on her interactions with you, she'll remember how you made her feel, which are qualities that are very attractive. This practice of mutual engagement also leads to a deeper connection. When you show interest in her life, she's more likely to open up and share more personal stories, which builds intimacy and trust. These are the moments she'll remember fondly. If you take a more serious approach to talking to her and focus on not only expressing yourself, but also understanding and appreciating her, you become someone she not only enjoys spending time with, but also looks forward to seeing again. This makes her value and miss your presence, which strengthens your connection every time you see number. 11. Bring out some good jealousy. Being jealous can help you remember how important you are in the social marketplace, but you have to be careful and direct with it because it's strong. Stoic ideas say that we should be responsible for our actions and use them to show self-respect and dignity. This method is about showing her, not telling her, that your life is full and rewarding with or without her, which can naturally make her more interested. While you're having fun with your friends, you decide to post a picture of the fun on social media. In the picture, you're laughing, the place looks like fun, and there's a female friend in the group. The key is to be modest. It's not a sexual pose, it's just a picture of you having fun with your friends. Gets people interested without crossing lines. Instead of making her feel bad or making her think you're interested in her, this is meant to show that people, including women, like being around you. This can help her see you as someone who is wanted and desired, which can make her more interested in you. It's a gentle way to remind her that you are liked, and if she's really interested, she might be more likely to see what she values in you. However, the Stoic approach would tell her not to use jealousy as her main strategy. Stoicism tells us to build relationships on mutual respect, understanding, and not manipulation. Because of this strategy should only be used very rarely and always with the goal of being honest and true to yourself. It's not about playing games, it's about showing that you value others, which is a natural way to get them to like you. By making other people see you as important, you make yourself more attractive. There should be some mystery about who your other friends are and what they like about you. This will keep you interesting in her eyes and may make her more interested in finding out how she fits into your life. This isn't about making her compete. It's about showing her that your world is full and exciting and inviting her to be a part of it. In conclusion, mastering the art of making her miss you depends not only on what you do, but also on how you do it. Thinking this way makes it clear how important it is to be cool and collected when you're in a relationship. To really draw someone, you need to be confident in yourself and calm, not desperate or in a hurry. It's important to know that desperation can be seen from a distance and turns people off instead of attracting them. So keep your cool and show confidence. You improve your allure and your chances of making a real connection. As we come to an end, take a moment to think about how these techniques fit with the Stoic idea of keeping your feelings in check and your interactions fair. Please leave a comment below with the word agree if you liked what we talked about.